Hi dear student, continuation concept in the D block element chapter. What is that concept? The higher oxidation number of the D block elements. D block elements means the scandium, titanium there only. Now what is that higher? Already we learned that oxidation number concept in separate one video. But what is that? Is this higher oxidation number? What is this? The higher word? The higher oxidation number of the D block element. It means that it is very simple. All D block elements are there. The D block elements in which in 3D series, manganese shows highest oxidation number is +7. In total D block elements after the osmium, it shows +8 oxidation number. This higher oxidation number, what is that use or how they are exist in the nature? A higher oxidation number, for example, it exists above 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, all D block elements, we are seeing that scandium oxide, for example, scandium monoxide, scandium chloride. Like this, there will be some compounds, right? For example, iron tetrachlorides, FeCl3. We are used FeCl3, iron trichloride. Like this, we are used in this FeCl3. Iron is in the only +3 oxidation state, but we are not studying bother. We are above 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. The D block elements exist in higher oxidation number also. Therefore, these higher oxidation number of the D block element, how they are exist in the nature, on what form they are exist in the nature, that is very important. This. And then what is the use? We are learning to higher oxidation number of the, what is the use? However, separate learning in this higher oxidation number of D block element, that is also very important. Okay. In that, you see, then NCERT they are given on chart. Okay. Hope I will agree. This all D block element, the D block element first exist in the nature with a higher oxidation number of 2 forms. One is in the form of halides, one is in the form of oxides. What is this halides and oxides? We know that all these D block elements are reactions with this halogen, it forms metal halides. And all these metal reactions with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. Therefore, all D block elements exist in higher oxidation state. Higher oxidation state only in the form of halides and oxide. For example, the metal with this is a monovalent. Next one, you take this one, MX6, MX7, MX7. These elements are exist in the form of 7 + 6 oxidation number, and this is +7 oxidation number. Here one thing is confirmed, all D block element exist in the form of halides in the higher oxidation state. And also one more, the compound of all D block elements exist in the higher oxidation number in the form of oxides. For example, this is what Mn2O7. In this case Mn is +7 oxidation state. Therefore, this is what manganese shows a higher oxidation state in the form of oxides. It is very simple, yesterday. Therefore, all D block elements shows the higher oxidation state in the form of oxides as well as in the form of halides. That is very important. Okay. Now you see here, but the NCERT book they are given. You see, in NCERT they are given one chart. You see that. What is that? The metals first they are given in the 8.6, I think 8.6. This 8.6 they are given halides of 3D elements. They are given the first column oxidation state scandium, and next elements scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, copper, zinc. You see, +1 oxidation state only copper X. CuX means copper only exists in the +1 oxidation state. And +2 almost all of the compound. You see, titanium dihalides, vanadium dihalides, chromium, all elements. Therefore, these D block elements having common oxidation state is +2. Therefore, they exist in +2 and form the +2 oxidation state. +3 you see titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron and cobalt. Next, fourth oxidation, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. Like this, fifth also vanadium pentahalides, chromium pentahalides. Again in sixth also chromium hexahalides also. Therefore this table indicates or it shows that these elements are formed higher oxidation state with the halogens. With the halogens, that is very important dear student. Next one, and one more table they are given. In that oxides, in the form of oxides they are given +1 or +2. Which one is +1 or which one is +2? They exist. You see, you observed there also cuprous oxide. This is what Cu2O. Like this, you see that we are getting to know that. And one thing you see here, how these compounds, what is the use of this compound, I will tell you. You see here, this copper Cu2 plus is converted into Cu. Okay, Cu plus is 2 Cu plus is converted into Cu2 plus one of them is 0. What is this example? 2 copper iodide is converted into 2 copper I is converted into Cu(I2) plus Cu plus Cu. In this, you see here, this is called as disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. What is meant by disproportionation reaction? I will tell you. Disproportionation reactions means in the same reaction, one is undergo oxidation, one is undergo reduction. That is called as disproportion. And without need of any external aid, one of the molecule undergo oxidation, one of the molecule undergo reduction. Here 2 coppers are there. Here you see 2 coppers are there here. 2 copper plus are there. One is changing copper 1 to copper 2 plus copper 1 to 0. Therefore, this is called as self redox reaction. Therefore, they are called as disproportionation reaction. Therefore, in this you see here copper +1 oxidation state changes to copper 2 plus and copper 0. Therefore, the copper halides, the monohalide converted to copper dihalide. Therefore, copper +1 oxidation changes to copper 2 plus oxidation state. Therefore, this is what for this we are learning the higher oxidation. For this sake of understanding only, all D block elements, almost all of the D block elements showing the variable oxidation number. That's why they are showing or they are forming the higher oxidation number of the compounds. And one more thing, I will give you one chart which very important. You see here, this some of the metal oxides are there. Okay, that metal oxides with lower oxidation number act as acidic. Next, middle they are act as amphoteric. Higher oxidation number act as acidic. How they are acting or what are the example of that, I will give you right now. Okay. Okay, see here one example I written on the board. What is that? Some of the oxides are exist in the nature. Some of them are acidic, some of them amphoteric, some of them are basic. How we classify the acidic, basic and amphoteric? They are very important. The compound with the lowest oxidation number, they are act as a basic. The compounds with the highest oxidation number, they are act as a acidic. If compound with lowest oxidation number, they are called as basic. Highest oxidation number are acidic. The middle is called as amphoteric. You see here, the compounds with a low oxidation number, the compound with high oxidation number, and this in between that they are called as amphoteric. And see here, this compound. Example, this is metal. Example, vanadium metal. Vanadium trioxide, vanadium tetroxide. Vanadium trioxides. I hope everyone can know how to find the oxidation number. If you don't know, don't worry. I will make one separate video of the oxidation number. How to calculate the oxidation. Yeah, oxidation number of this one is around +3 it will comes, and this one will be +4. Here the oxidation number will be exist in the +5 and acidic. Okay, you see here this vanadium, they are all in the oxide metal oxides. The vanadium with lowest oxidation number act as a basic, and +5 exists in the amphoteric, but acidic oxides are not found with vanadium. Go for the next, chromium. Here the +2 oxidation state, here +3 oxidation state, here is +6. You see here, this is +2 oxidation state, +3 oxidation state, and here is +6. The lowest oxidation number, therefore it acts as a base. Highest oxidation number, therefore it acts as a acid. Next it is act as a amphoteric. What is amphoteric, dear students? Amphoteric means it acts as a both acid as well as base. Okay, one more example you see, manganese, MnO monoxides. This is +2 oxidation state, therefore basic. Here it is +7 oxidation state, act as a acid, and in between they are called as amphoteric compound. Therefore there are 3 amphoteric manganese oxides are forms. Okay, that is one. That's why we are learning these oxides both perfectly. Okay, this is what one important trick, dear students, and it is very important. Those who are going to NEET CET exams also, it's very important. They are giving one example, vanadium pentoxide, either it is acidic, basic or amphoteric. Otherwise they are giving 3 compound, chromium monoxides, chromium trioxides, chromium tetroxide. Arrange the increasing order of their acidic nature. They are giving an example. They are giving 3 compounds of manganese. Arrange the increasing order of their acidic strength. They are giving this type of also. Okay. One more thing is there here. In this metal oxides, one more concept I want to discuss. You see here, whenever compounds with lower oxidation number, they act as a basic. Higher oxidation number act as a acidic. Okay, you see here, vanadium, next Cr2O7 2 minus, MnO4 minus. This is what you see here, all metal D block elements in the form of oxides. What is the oxidation number here? Vanadium oxidation number is +3. If you don't know, I will tell you how to find the oxidation number next video. Vanadium, otherwise I will tell you here only. You see vanadium will take as a X plus 1 oxygen means -2. There are 2 oxygen, there are -2, equal to a whole positive charge, the charge carrying. Therefore X minus 4 equal to +1, therefore X equal to +3. This is what oxidation number calculation. Here chromium, if you are 2, there are 2X minus plus, there are 7 oxygen, 1 oxygen means -2 equal to -2, therefore 2X equal to -2 plus 14, therefore 2X equal to 12, therefore X equal to +6, therefore the +6. Therefore in this state the manganese in +6 oxidation state. Next here the +7 oxidation state. Why I am given this? The metal oxides with higher oxidation number, act as a strong oxidizing agent. Strong oxidizing agent, which is the metals with higher having strong oxidizing agent. This is what order of oxidizing is. MnO4 is strong oxidizing agent. Then next Cr2O7 2 minus. Next this one. That is very important. They are given in the CET NEET exams also previously. Arrange the compounds with increasing oxidizing nature. And also go for the reverse, which is having strong reducing agent. If it is strong oxidizing means it is strong reducing agent. Therefore VO2 plus Cr2O7 2 minus. Next MnO4 minus. Generalize this. The compound with low oxidation number. It is having strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agent. Therefore, the compounds with the highest oxidation number act as a oxidizing agent. The compounds with the lowest oxidation number that act as a strong reducing agent. It with only reference of metal oxides. Metal oxides. That's why. Therefore, all D block elements shows the higher oxidation numbers, and also they are used in many of the applications, and some of them oxides are, some of them are basic, acidic, neutral, act as a strong oxidizing agent, reducing agent. Therefore, that's why we are learning this concept separately. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box. Okay. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.